excellence. My mind produces excellence. My visions are of excellence. My unique superpower is nothing short of excellence. I amplify a voice of excellence. My contribution to this world will be of excellence. My mind overflows with ideas of excellence. I am power filled with excellence. I am capable of excellence. I will achieve my highest goals and desires with excellence. I have a genius that solely produces excellence. I am committed to developing that genius with excellence. I only represent excellence. Excellence in everything. Every time. Awesome. Hey, IG family, and hey, Facebook family. Listen, if you saw my Facebook status earlier today, I was sharing that last week while Aunt Cramp was in town, I ordered Domino's Pizza, and I don't typically order Domino's Pizza. And when I called Domino's, it was a robot that took my order. Hey, it was a robot that took my order. It asked me for my ingredients. It asked me, was my order correct? It gave me my price. It tripped me out. And, the first thing that dawned on my mind was, this is like a summer job that has been eliminated for like one of my kids that I would be coaching. So I went to go pick up my pizza, and there was not a place for a cashier at the Domino's. So I was like, oh, we definitely going to talk about that. So check this out. Before we jump into today's content, I went to go do a little research, and come to find out, they actually are doing delivery sorry, technical difficulties. But they're actually doing delivery by way of automation as well. And I cannot wait to show you what that looks like. So we're going to jump into an introduction, and then we'll get started with today, the number one way to support your student in developing their marketplace, their competitive edge. That's what we'll discuss today, so I'm excited about that. Let's jump into today's introduction. I just got it all messed up today. Okay, I'm going to get it together. I'm definitely going to get it together. But I wanted to show you when I looked into the automation that Domino's was doing, because they're not the only business. I found this. I found that Google also introduced a mobile, what we call a self-driving car, similar to Tesla. That automation or businesses integrating what we call artificial intelligence is not a new thing. And today on LinkedIn, I saw a young man who said, listen, I had a hard time finding a scholarship, finding an internship. And so I created my own artificial intelligence, like we call it AI, my own robot. And at the bottom of his link, he put, if here's my resume, you can access it here. If you find opportunities, if you think I'd be a good opportunity, I welcome the recommendation. I thought it was genius. And when I retweeted this, reshared this on LinkedIn, I said, this is if building your own table were a person, it would be him. So essentially what we're talking about today is artificial intelligence. And I know you already know that it exists, but in plain terms, we experience artificial intelligence by way of let's say, your speech to text option that you have, that feature that you have on your mobile device, your email filtering systems that filter what's primary and secondary, your facial recognition for your cell phone. Those are just some examples of artificial intelligence that we experience day to day. And it's simply the ability of a digital device to do like a human-like function. Typically, it's a tedious or repetitious function, or sometimes a computer-based function that it can do. But the byproduct of that is convenience, is user convenience, and what research is calling like the limited human error. So eliminating human error by introducing artificial intelligence. So this isn't, like I mentioned, self-driving cars. It's also used in like Uber and Postmates, the technology behind that as well. And so tonight's Teenage Thursday is really not to scare you about how technology is advancing and we have to catch up. That's not the case. But it's really to help you prepare your student to be competitive in the marketplace. How does one compete with technology? And when I say marketplace, I'm referring to where you go to exchange your time for money, or where you go to exchange your talent and your solutions for compensation, or you can call it the workforce, but I refer to it as marketplace. Hey, Austin. And so that's where tonight's focus is. How do you get them to remain competitive? And I ran across this quote from the National Education Association that said, if today's students want to achieve their goals, they must learn to become proficient communicators, innovative creators, sharp thinkers, and multifaceted collaborators. And notice it didn't say anything about they must be academically challenged. They must be credentialed with multi-rankings. It didn't say any of that. It said they must become proficient communicators, innovative creators. All of these things here, by the way, are soft skills. So the National Education Association is already promoting like, hey, while our education system right now is structured to prepare students typically for hard skills, those soft skills matter too. And in fact, the only way our students will be able to compete is if they have something distinguished to bring to the marketplace. And so, I had to go, I just had to like dig through some things, and I want to talk about that tonight. How your student, the number one way your student can remain or sustain their competitive edge, I would say, is by development of their skill sets. But there's one I want to focus on today, and that's their ability to think creatively. That's their ability to think creatively. So when we talk about skills, a skill is something that you do proficiently well. You do it. It's just an ability to do an activity or a thing repeatedly, or however you want to describe it. There are two types of skills, and you probably already know this. We have soft skills, and those are skills that are not related to like an output of something. And so your soft skills may be leadership, communication. It might be problem solving, active listening, teamwork. Those are soft skills. Hard skills have an output, like there's a result that you can see as a person is able to display a thing. And so that would be like budgeting, creating spreadsheets. Those are hard skills. Putting together a presentation is a hard skill. There's an output, like a sometimes a tangible one. And so what I'm learning, well, I already knew this, but as technology is increasing and some hard skills are being replaced by technology, the only distinguishing factor to make a person competent, competitive, to make them maybe the choice is their soft skill, what they're bringing to the table. But not just the soft skills of like speaking verbally and writing. I really do feel like there's this competitive edge for an individuals who can creatively think, like can sit down and say, okay, this is the issue. Here are some very practical ways that we can address that. Or this is the overall vision. Here are some strategic ways we can meet that. This is the overall goal. Here are some very grassroots objectives or grassroots pathways in which we can meet that. So someone who can be more than just what an instrument on paper says they have the capacity to be. That's their ability to think creatively. Hey, IG family, thank y'all for joining me. So that is the number one way students can remain competitive in today's marketplace that is being infiltrated with advanced technology. It's their ability to think creatively. And so today I've just pieced together 3 practical ways in which you, a parent, who will likely be competing with AI too, if you have not already, but how you can help infuse and prepare them to be thinking creatively, like right at home where you are. That's the goal. Hey, Brandon. And so I put together 3 of those things that I want to share with you today. And the first one is, as a parent or an educator or a mentee, god daddy, whomever you are, make an intentional effort to attend innovative events. So if you head over to Eventbrite and type in innovation, creative, if you type in entrepreneurs, but I feel like the more you are in an environment, and I say this all the time, you can only dream beyond what you can see. You can only dream based off what you see. So your dreams can go beyond what you can see once you get exposure. But by being in a room of innovators, of people who've created solutions, by being in a room of people who are, and an innovator is just somebody who invented something so that someone receives the benefit of or the output of their work. Hey, Mr. GNC. By attending these events, they can be free. They can be even showcases, even down to pitch competitions, virtual events too. But our kids have to see it. They have to see examples of someone thinking outside of the box and them creating a solution to a problem. So some people that you know or some products that you currently use whom were innovative, Uber is one. The founder was simply fed up of paying expensive transportation. So I don't know if you're familiar with this story. Him and his friends decided to split the fare of transportation. And in his mind at that moment, he said, well, what if we offered a service in which a person could split the fare with someone else to get to their same destination? So they started out in small cities. They piloted it. I can never say that word fluently. In San Francisco and then New York, and then it grew. So that's one way. Postmates, your same thing. The service grew as well. I'm trying to think of another one, but let me think about that and I'll come back to you. But ultimately, by being immersed in seeing examples of that, I think contributes to your child's ability to think beyond or dream beyond what they can see. So that's the first one. I also think that there is value in, if they are social media magnet, they're on their mobile device, and I think that they should be, I think that, or even you as a parent, if you are on social media, I think that you should follow innovators. Follow them and share their content. Share it with your child. Maybe you share it verbally, or you can share it. You can share it with them if they're also on Instagram. Say, hey, check out this innovation. Check out what she did. And so, what I mean by that is, I want to show you some examples of some people that I know who have been innovators. Hey, Emmett, have been innovators that I think you can share with your kids. Again, share with them people who look like them, who have created something, started with a problem, and they created a solution. So I have 3 that I'm going to show you today. And sorry for my IG family, you all are not on Facebook, so you cannot see what I'm sharing, but I will tell you what it is. So this is Shelly Bell. She is actually a DMV native, and she launched Black Girls Ventures. And they actually give away, or they support the financial investments of Black women businesses. And so she was recently just sponsored by Nike to host so many pitch competitions. I actually went and competed in one. I didn't win, but I had an amazing time. She also recently partnered with Visa. She's a great example of an innovator. And if you do not know her, you need to. Hey, Courtenay. So she's one innovator that you can follow as a parent. See what they're posting. See what they say about how they equip their mind. What events are they going to? What other events and memes do they share? So it's the proximity that I think that has value. Okay, so here's another innovator that I want to share with you. This is Mr. Fascinate himself. His name is Justin Schaefer. This is his Instagram that I'm showing you. And he started off as a STEM professional. He started doing STEM I guess, education. I call it edutainment when you merge education and entertainment the same way. And now he's doing voiceover work that accompanies STEM as well. He's definitely an innovator and someone I would encourage you to watch as a parent. And then as your student, these are, as you see, these are persons of color and they're young. That was intentional, by the way. And this is Professor Keys. Most people already know her. She is the founder of the Black Startup. She talks a lot about financial literacy, financial wellness, building generational wealth. She talks about her own personal journey about doing so. These are innovators. These are real people who are young, very close in age to your children, who you may admire and they may admire. So I encourage you to follow them. See what are they doing to equip their mind to be a part of this technology emerging world. I think that's a great way. It's for you as a parent to follow them, share their content with your child, share it on your social media platforms as well. And then the final way is encourage your child to follow them. Like, I don't know if you've ever done this, but you can get a good feel for someone's timeline. Everyone's timeline will look different. It's based off of, there's some technology behind that AI, but based off of what you continually consume and what you typically click on and the things that you stay on for a long time, those are typically similar items like that will resurface in your timeline. We call it an algorithm in marketing. And so if you just take a look at your child's timeline, like you just say, hey, let me see what's on your timeline. You keep scrolling and you see, like, look for what they're consuming. If you don't see anything positive, any memes, like encourage them, say, hey, I want you to check out. This is someone hot that I really want you to follow. This is someone whom I think you admire. This is someone who I want you to stay connected with. This is someone whom I deem as valuable. This is someone whose content I really think that you were like. Give them a reason to get connected and to experience other persons who are being innovative and creative. Again, it was real when I saw that Domino's, or when I heard that Domino's had a robot taking my order. And I didn't get a chance to show you this. Hi, Yvonne. But Domino's also has a self-driving delivery vehicle where they are in Houston piloting to eliminate drivers to deliver pizzas as well. So there's this little cart and it literally parks outside the store. A Domino's representative will put the pizza inside of it looks like a little car, and then it will drive it to the owner or whomever placed the order. There's so many examples of this. Tesla has a self-driving car of us seeing technology replace human workers. We see it at Target. We see it in the grocery store. And so, but one of the ways in my research that I found that technology cannot replace is our ability to think creatively, to be innovative. It's a good thing because, the technology is creating a level of convenience for us. The challenge that we initially see is, hey, it's eliminating those what we call low-hanging fruit opportunities. But I think the big picture is that it's forcing us to be creative. And so if you didn't hear anything I said today, that there's value in prompting, positioning, equipping, nurturing your child to think creatively. How can I provide a solution to a problem? How can I actively think and contribute? Those are the types of skills that are becoming invaluable, and it's really difficult for a person to be dispensable when they are astute at being a creative problem solver. So that's what I am aiming that we are, equipping, channeling, emerging, like whatever word you want to use, to really help them. What good are we doing if as the world is progressing, our kids are not equipped to manage or to participate in its growth actively as we grow? And again, these soft skills cannot be replaced by a computer. They cannot. So as fluid as they can be in communicating their thoughts, as fluid as they can be in problem solving and working amongst others, those are areas that we definitely want to continue to nurture. And these aren't things you can learn from a textbook. We learn them through practice. We can practice these at home. You can send them to me. Let me coach them. I'll help you get them right. You can do that as well. Them being a part of other activities external of the home is a good low-hanging, easy entry barrier as well. Okay? So that's all I have for you tonight. The number one way that you can help your student remain competitive in today's marketplace is to help them facilitate and nurture their ability to creatively think, creatively problem solve. If you didn't get anything out from the last 19 minutes, I hope you got that. So thank you for joining me. It's always my goal to keep our time together very brief. 15 minutes is my aim. I will see you next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it.